they want? Mm, mm, mm. Okay, let's see. Let's see who they want. Let's see. Let's see who they want.
It's time to see who they want. I'ma kick back and roll me a blunt with the culture. We know it's trending, it's over. I can't respect your feelings. I touch your shoulder, fuck your feelings. We the culture, we know who they want. Who they want, we know who they want.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in. This is a special episode of the Steady Approved Podcast Show right here on the Rocksteady Media Network. And tonight I got a special guest, you know what I'm saying? Very multi-talented. You know, she's a jack of all trades. She's a joy to want to interview tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, all eyes are on this interview with who? None other than Miss Eyes tonight. How you doing, Lovey?
Hi, thank you for the beautiful introduction.
I tried to do my little thing. It's been a while. I think I got a little rusty, so I had to get back in the habit of boosting the morals of people on this show.
Okay.
How you doing this evening?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I just trying to continue to be creative and keeping my creativity flowing.
Right. I see a couple. I was checking out a little bit of your content. Like I see you were showing mad love on this train ride you was on through the city.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Awesome. So, the Viral Love Train was started by TJ Bantam, and he's unable to do it right now. So I've been like the West Coast conductor, so it's a little different from how he uses it. I'm just keeping the oil greased and the wheels greased until he's back and ready to go.
I love that. Got to keep it going, man. That's great. So why don't you tell the people what made you get into music for those who don't know anything about your artistry?
So, music has always been a very important part of my life. It's almost like breathing or drinking water. It's just natural. All of the women in my family are musicians. As far as my dad is concerned, he likes music, and my dad's side of the family, they like music. They're not necessarily musicians or performing artists. My dad was an athlete at one time, and then he got injured really young. But for me, music and art has always been a part of my life, and it was only natural, So I had like an official gig when I was in preschool, singing, Over the Rainbow, because of course I love Judy Garland and The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, that's how I kind of got into it, just always being around music and loving it, and having a family who was able to teach me songs or teach me how to sing,
I love that for you. No, that's really exciting. And to bring up like Judy Garland, a lot of people don't really bring up legends like that, for the iconic thing. So for that inspiration, I love it.
You're right. And I think it's this. I think she's taken for granted because she is a lot of people's first introduction to music, because we've all seen The Wizard of Oz as children, and we all love it. If they had auditions and you'd want to go, you want to at least be a part of it, and she's just overlooked. I don't feel like she gets the respect she deserves as far as influencing young artists.
Yeah, and I think at that time, even a lot of her downfall and her spiraling out, I think that kind of put that blemish on who she was in her career. Like, even though it happened like later on, it still was like you just mentioned her name, and the only thing we're gonna say is Wizard of Oz, and then you stop because you have to tread lightly on that. I hate that we're conditioned to just condemn people and not really still big them up in that fashion.
Yes. Oh man, and I know I'm sitting on this maybe a little too long. I just want to say sometimes I start researching things, and I was like, well, let me see if Judy Garland did this. And I looked up an old radio broadcast she did when she was maybe 10 or 8 years old. I'm like, wow, man, she can really sing. Like, she's just so gifted. I love her so much.
One of the ones. Indeed.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I want to just quickly take a moment to say rest in peace to Catherine O'Hara. We lost another icon of cinema and done a lot of great things. Beetlejuice, of course, and the sequel, Beetlejuice. But we all know her as the iconic mom from Home Alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There'll never be another. So tonight after this show, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna watch Home Alone 1 and 2 in honor of Catherine O'Hara. So, who are your top? I'm gonna go top 5 favorite artists from any genre.
Any genre, Michael Jackson is a given.
Okay.
Aaliyah is also one of my favorite artists. Um, Sam Cooke.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackie Wilson. Um, yeah, I picked right. So that's 3. Did I
That's
say 3?
that's you actually got 4 on.
All right, so we already mentioned Judy Garland. So
Okay.
let's keep the space open for Marian Anderson.
See, you got to really know music to name the artists that you know. That means you really be in your music bag to pull out all these greats and these icons that have
Yeah,
blessed us for years with such iconic music. And rest in peace to these goats. You know what I'm saying? Because some of
yeah,
these
yeah.
goats ain't good today to still keep it going. But I love that about your energy.
Oh, thank you.
So, what made you come up with the name Miss Eyes? You know what I'm saying? Is it because you're easy on the eyes? Was it
Well,
just a play on some words?
my name is Eyes. You mentioned words a second. I didn't hear everything, but that's
Oh,
close.
I was saying, was it like a play on words? We say some stuff in
Oh,
some rhymes.
okay. So I chose the words eyes, the name eyes, because people say that your eyes are a window to your soul, and you don't need no words to know me. All you have to do is look into my eyes. So I don't think I'm that great at communicating, or I am doing my very best to communicate, and it's just not, so just look in my eyes. So, in other words, just look in my soul, you know?
You didn't have to go that deep on that. You went real deep and poetic style with that one. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it though. That's so powerful, and it looks like it represents who you are. I feel like that's part of your personality. I don't have words to
Yeah.
say. Just look into my eyes and let it tell its own story.
Yeah.
I love that, man. So, how many years have you invested into your music career?
Oh, no. Oh, no, my whole life. There was a short time when I gave up music,
Okay.
and I started like managing other artists. And then I had a boyfriend, and I played him an old song. He said, "That's not you singing." And it was. I was like, "Yeah, it is." And I started singing along. Ooh, and I sounded so horrible. That had never happened in my life. My voice was going, I'm like, that came out of me. And I embarrassed myself so bad the next day. I said, fuck this. I put my little pants with the sparkles. And out here we wear the jeans with the rips on the side with diamonds, but mine had diamonds on them. I put them jeans on. I went to I started singing again. I
Had
said,
to get it back.
I ain't never sounded so bad. I was too
Wow.
embarrassed. I'm like, that's not who I am. So yeah.
Yeah, when you get put on the spot like that, they be really trying to question. They come for your artistry real quick, and he came for you
Yeah.
with that one. So you
It's
had to
sad
go
because
fix
to
that.
this day he still thinks I can't sing.
Wow. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to just prove. Sometimes you just got to take that. If you're confident in your art and you know what you can do, sometimes the work can speak for itself.
Yeah. And it happened like that, and it embarrassed me so bad I never really stopped again. Like it's times might get hard,
Of
times
course.
might like shows might dry up. Studio time may not be there, but I'm still here and I'm still doing it. I just don't completely stop like how I did
And that's
that
what
time.
should count. I agree with you because
Yeah.
it, life be life, and a lot of times life be truly life, and for us, and it's hard to just take that moment to say, "Hey, let me focus on this." You know, You put out a lot of, from what I've seen, like a lot of great music that just needs a little more reach. So Steady was like, let me see if I can approve of this tonight for the ladies and gentlemen and people viewing or listening out there, so that they can know that they need to have their eyes on you.
Thank you. That is so sweet.
You deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm feeling this look. You gotta got this Etta James vibe, but then you got the flower, so it's giving a little Billie Holiday type of little
Aw,
swag. I see you trying to go with a look. You all about the classics. I see your aura is like
thank you.
preserved and classic. I'm digging it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome.
I meant I wanted to have some more theatrical makeup, but
I know it because I was sitting here and was like, only you can tell when you work with a diva when they a little bit behind, but they coming. Because I was sitting here like, hey. I was like, nope, give her time. You can't rush perfection, and I see why you can't.
Oh, well, that's sweet. Thank you.
Absolutely, love. So now that we talked about artists that inspired you, who are some of your dream collaborators? People that you would love to collaborate with?
Oh, I'm not gonna say.
What?
I'm not gonna say because uh okay, I'll give a small glimpse as to why. The last like televised interview I did, I said wanted some of the people I want to work with, and it turns out I know somebody who knows that artist. And I'm like so it's like okay. And then it's like here's the thing. Let's just say let's pretend Judy Garland's here and I said Judy Garland. And then
Okay.
all of a sudden I look around, I'm like, "Oh, what's Liza Minnelli doing here? What's all these people that know her like?" And then now I feel like I got to I got to be the best, the absolute very best. I can't make no mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, "Oh my god." So yeah.
You gotta be on your P's and Q's when you mention the names like that, who has
Yeah.
brought so much to entertainment into the biz in both film and music wise. So yeah, you gotta be I think it takes a lot of self preservation to be able to be in the presence of people like that on such a grand scale. So I love that you admire that about yourself. You take heed and you stride different in your path.
Well, here I'll mention someone else because I also too like I have different songs like that I listen to, I get stuck on, and I'm like, I wonder what they did. Um you know let's say like some posthumous music
Okay.
from some artists I like, maybe Aaliyah or Amy Winehouse. I love Amy Winehouse. I have a lot of respect for her. I know I didn't mention her in the top 5.
But she gets an honorable mention at this moment. Just for
Yes,
that's
because
my girl.
mhm. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for her. I think that she's a genuine artist. I think she's a genuine jazz musician. I think that she knows her stuff, and she was gone too soon, obviously, and she was treated a bit unfairly. Um,
Of course.
I think that I wish she could have had a little bit more time. You know, she was doing great things. She's a great artist, and I respect her. I have a lot of respect for her. Uh, yeah. So, like some posthumous releases. I've So I do work behind the scenes sometimes, and I am a part of a compilation album that's out right now. I'm pretty sure you didn't know about it. It's called Love, Romance, and Rhythm,
Ooh,
and there are 2 posthumous releases on it. One is from Gregory Hickman Williams, and the other one is from DeVere.
ooh,
So then they both have 2 love songs. One one is a jazz and one is a R&B. So, um, you know, I have a
Okay.
little bit of experience.
And as you should, you know, and that's what it's all about. Like me, I can have a little experience in this, but then know a whole lot of experience in the other field. But they kind of correlate. You know when you utilize it and sprinkle just enough sauce to make it work. So for you being a part of something, you know, with a contemplation of, you know, the jazz and R&B, like that's different. I like
Mhm,
that though. It's different because I like all kind of music. Like I'm never judgmental when it comes to music. uh,
mhm.
I just think for me, I just don't do like heavy metal type stuff. Like I can listen to soft rock, pop rock, whatever. But you
You
give me
know,
heavy metal,
it takes one song.
you
It
think?
takes one song to change your mind because sometimes you like that artist. Because out here, there's like so many rock. What people don't realize is most of these famous and iconic rock bands, they're all here. Like most of them either are from the Bay Area or either like they got signed out here or something or they met out here because
Right,
there's just so many different genres of rock and metal, like heavy metal and all of that. I actually didn't realize it was that heavy because most of them were inspired by funk and the man from Oakland. I'm so sorry. How can I?
take
Oh,
your
a
time.
Sly Stone. That's it. You'll never believe like Sly Stone is so connected to so many musicians out here in the Bay, except for me, apparently. I know he recently, but I actually know people that I grew up with actually knew him. And I didn't know this until a few months before. So I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know you know him. Like, oh yeah, he comes to the church. And I'm like, really?
Yo, meeting people that actually be around these particular names can be the craziest conversation you can have. Like for me in my field, my older sister in New York, like she grew up with like LL Cool J and people like that. So when I be like, I would love to interview him on the pod, she'll be like, oh, I grew up with him, went to school with him, and all this stuff. So I can correlate with what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a different feeling because from our perspective, it's like we're fans of their art, and they
Yeah.
like, oh nah, that's just somebody we kick it with on the regular, and you're
Yeah.
like, lucky you, you get to say words like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of the rock bands were inspired by Sly Stone and a lot of the funk musicians from the Bay Area. So all I'm saying is sometimes all it takes is one song and you might end up getting hooked.
I'll definitely take your word on that.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the hardships, like some of the difficulties you face putting a song together. What's challenging when it comes to you putting together a great song?
You want an easy answer or a hard answer?
Whichever one you want to give the people, we
The
want to
easy
know.
one. I'm gonna give you the easy one. Funding. In the old days, you get signed. They give you $2.5 million. You go to the studio. But I'm not signing one of them record deals. So I gotta pay for everything myself. And when you do that, sometimes people can take advantage or exploit the situation. So I've been making music for a long time. My first recording experience, I was very young, and I had the money to do it because I had a scholarship and it was for my music career. And this guy, he would embed. So I think sometimes people resent artists for whatever reason. In my case, I think it was because I had a lot of music training and I came in there with a bunch of money to get started, and he just wasn't feeling that. Like he was taking my money, so he would never give me the files to my music. And it
Okay.
took years into my adulthood to just get one file, and when I did, it didn't even work. And it's like this isn't 1980 something. This is like the 21st century. To give your artist their files. He didn't want to do it, and uh he would like make little backhanded comments at me, but what happens when you're an artist is you get stuck in this loop because, okay, well, I already started my song here and it's going the way I wanted. It's pretty much close to perfect. I can't just go somewhere else. So if there's any artists out there, especially if you're a minor, like, yes, that happens sometimes. If your song is still in the new phase, just cut it off and go somewhere else. And be okay with the fact that your song might sound different somewhere else because it might sound better somewhere else. So a lot of the early part of my career, like the scholarship money went into that. And then I unfortunately didn't get to release the album. But the truth of the matter is it's expensive. And then people might get suspicious because it's like, oh, well, how, like if you buy one beat from somebody, they might try to keep upselling you. Well, if you get more, you're like, well, no, let me finish this right now. So it's really the funding. It can get hard. Some studios are worth the extra money. There's actually a really popular studio right down the street. I lived here all this time, never knew it till I had a gig there. And the truth is, they're really good, but they're also really expensive. And it's like, they'll be worth the money, but how many months do I have to go with no food just to record, or no food or no clothes or no washing powder? You know what I'm saying? How many months? So it's a lot. Some studios, like I said, they're worth the money, but it might not just be possible.
I understand that. Yeah, you got to make sure that your budget is lined up. If you're going to get into the artistry, because like you saying, a lot of cats will take advantage of you if you don't know how the business is. And I've heard even mainstream artists say today, had they knew more about the business side that they finally got to learn over the years, after they become independent artists, they could approach things differently. So yeah, I can agree with that. Like you got to be able to make sure that you can be financially stable without losing it all. Or if you're gonna lose it all, then you got to know for sure that whatever you're about to put out to the universe has to just take you full throttle.
Yeah. And also too, like there have been times when like contracts get in the way. So I come from the school of like you buy the beat and it's yours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's none of this other stuff. And that's usually a steady price.
Yeah,
It's like I'm not gonna get into specifics, but that's just how it's done. And now with the internet, everybody thinks they Kanye West or something. They want all these extra. You're not actually selling anybody a beat. You're asking somebody to give you money to like for nothing. So it's like, and then that ended up happening to me one time because I knew the person in real life, but then they sold it to me on BeatStars. And it just became difficult because these online contracts, they say ridiculous things in them. Like nobody here, neither me or that beat maker, neither of us is signed to Capitol Records or Warner Music. Like talking about if it hits a certain number on Billboard, we have to no. One step at a time. Let's get it at 1098 on Reverb Nation first.
okay.
Like, let's get it there. Let's get it there first. Like, some of these contracts are ridiculous, and it's like either sell the beat or don't sell the beat. Being greedy and capitalist online, that will bite you in the butt at some point because nobody will. At some point, an artist will figure out that they don't like that, and they'll just
Yeah.
find somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean,
Yeah.
because they got to eat too, but I get it. Because that's one thing we discussed on our old regime about leasing beats. You know what I'm saying? We don't, like, a lot of us don't feel confident in the whole leasing a beat because anybody can get that very same beat and, put it out there and probably take off with it before you even had a chance to really do what you was going to do with it. So just be mindful and cautious of doing business with
Yeah.
certain engineers that's trying to produce beats because they will, if you're not reading those contracts, they will definitely take over and screw you over out of that. the opportunity to make a good song with it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I dominated that answer, and I'm not sure if I gave you a straight answer, but yeah, I
No, I steady. That was pretty approvable, people. I don't know how we feeling, guys. We
agree.
loved it. We definitely felt
Okay.
like that was a great answer. Seems like you've been a lot. Seems like you've had a lot to deal with. Getting into this industry and being taken advantage of and being manipulated. Sounds like
Yeah,
that's happened to you a lot throughout your
yeah,
career.
yeah. Because I started young. I started
Gotcha.
young, so even like with fame, like fame. So it's careful to realize fame isn't. So when people think of fame, they think of the absolute highest level, like the Michael Jacksons and the Elvises and the Beatles. There's different types of fame. You could be
True.
famous locally, and it comes and it goes sometimes. People don't always recognize you, but like I remember I was in preschool and there was I'm not gonna get too specific, but there's somebody who was really mean to me all the time, an adult. And then I performed, and then she said, "You can really sing." And she started crying so hard, and she damn near got on. Like, I might be remembering it a little wrong because I was very short, and she's, of course, when you're a toddler, everybody's towering over you. She,
Right.
I remember she came down really low, almost like she was grabbing me, like at my from the waist or something. And I just stood there. Like, I understood, you have to understand, when you know that this is what you want to do. But sometimes people's reactions um are based on their own internal struggles. So she knew how bad she treated me, but then she found out I was a singer and that I had done some other stuff outside of, the area. And then now she feels humiliated. You know what I'm saying? Something along
Gotcha.
those lines. So, yeah, it's you deal with those issues of fame. But I talk a lot about when I was little.
And
It's,
that's okay.
yeah.
It's okay. Sometimes you gotta get it out. You gotta work on it in order to it's part of the healing. You got to address certain traumas and certain moments of your childhood to, explain why certain things are just not going together in your adulthood. It makes total sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. And my music was a part of my childhood. I actually had like going on auditions and stuff like that, like when I was like in preschool. So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So what made you become a pianist? I see that you also dabble in being a piano player.
So, so my grandmother sings and play the piano when she was, you know, and then my mother and my two aunties sing and play the piano. So I sing and play the piano. Only difference is I'm not as good as any of them. Like, I'm
Oh,
nowhere
okay.
near as good as them. I want to be one day, but they of course they pick up reading so well. And my grandmother, she played by ear, but my mom and her sisters, they all read because my grandmother was like, "Don't play by ear." But then
Yeah.
they get to be teachers and they encourage their students to both read and play by ear.
Uh,
So yeah.
I had a keyboard. My I was little, right? And tried to make me a piano player, like you said. I couldn't read the keys. The problem was I loved it. That's how I knew I loved it, music and stuff so much as I was younger. And then having an instrument like that, it just I couldn't find my into it with it. Like I loved it. Every time I tried, I could never get the keys down right. So I can understand that as well. Like yeah, play by ear, yeah. But over time, I kind of got to it. To one day, like my cousin, God rest his soul, like I had a cousin who was really more interested in the keyboard, and I was like, "Huh, you can have it." Oh, I got in trouble for just giving away an
Oh
expensive keyboard. I did as a kid. I got in trouble for it, but I was like, he was playing for a church. He knew more about pianos than I did. I just liked it having a piano. But yeah, so that was my story on this, wanting to be a piano player. It missed me. There's a lot of things trying to find my way into the music industry that I tried. I tried to be a hip hop artist. I tried to be a rapper. I can still rap here and there, but
Mhm.
I think I love now more. It's kind of like being on a producer tip. Like I like finding talent, putting stuff together, putting
Mm.
it out there. So that's how like that whole DJ spill in my name came about. I was like, I just like being able to formulate the music. I don't care too much. I mean, if I get on the mic, I'm gonna get on the mic, but that ain't me no more.
Hmm. That's good though. That's a good skill and talent to have, and sometimes it takes being an artist and dabbling to get there. You know.
Yeah, you got to. I was like, I was just thinking back the other day when I was doing a couple of freestyles, just clowning around, and I thought about it. I was like, man, I remember in high school, I actually put together a rap group. Like I had a rap group,
Huh.
and I can remember being sick from school a couple of days. And he used to call me. Like I had to actually deal with one of those members. You always got that one in the group think they David Ruffin. They control the
Yeah.
whole group, so they want to take charge while you're gone. And I remember I had to put him in his place. And then, it was just too much at the time, and I just disbanded the whole group. Like I don't
Oh.
like confrontation and drama and all
Yeah.
that too much. That's just not my
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. I understand.
I dig it. I dig it. So, grandma and auntie and moms, everybody had you into the piano lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You grew up, from preschool up, proving your way as an artist. You know what I'm saying? You really got it going on. So, are you? What do you consider yourself? Are you one of those like local stars, or do you feel like you got enough reach yet? Or are you still working on climbing the platform?
I want the fans to decide, right? I'd love for them to decide because it's the genre of music that I do is meant is used globally. So I don't consider myself a local celebrity, but the thing is I have fans randomly everywhere, right? That have never met me in person that contact, oh, please come do a show here, do a show there, as if I can get there, So I don't consider myself a local celebrity, but I do consider myself in a good location for my career in the Bay Area. I just went to
Absolutely.
audition last night and I feel so invigorated and so creative, so nobody there's fans, know who I am or anything like that. So, it is what it is, and that's good. That's good. Oh, one time I did go on an audition. They knew I was eyes, and they was acting like they was ready to give me the part. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my I read I saw the lines before. I read my lines, but I didn't read some of the cues, and then it says Smoker's voice. I was like, how come I'm just now seeing Smoker's voice at the audition? And so I'm like,
You missed the role. You supposed to be out there like
yeah,
look.
exactly. And I was like, oh, everybody, eyes is here. And they was like, oh, well, you just need to be in here. It's just a formality. And then I got up there and it was like, okay, yes, like no. So yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we take a moment and get into some of her music and see what we're tuning into, see if it's worth putting all our eyes on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do that here on Steady Approved. And I just want to again get my disclaimer. I don't own the rights to the music, but I just want to let the algorithm know the artist is right there. Right there. Eyes is right there. We are playing her latest single right here. I was gonna say, what show we on? Steady Approved. Okay. It's hard to remember these days. But let's go.
It's the one you never expect. It's the one you always regret. It's the one, be it good or bad, it won't work for you, and it left you blue, yeah. Never thought
gentlemen, that was It's the One.
Yeah.
So tell the people about it. What made you put a song like that together?
Yeah, so it's the one as my latest single. Writing that song, I don't know if I was angry or vengeful or sad or um kind of like cussing out God,
Mhm.
you know? It's like why, man? Like, when you're an artist. So here's the thing. We talked about me being in preschool and that weird fan experience, right? Uh at some point you should see some kind of monetary result. Like I'm not saying I don't appreciate what I have, but if all of your peers are getting, let's say every year they get a $500 check, right? But you're getting $5 and you're happy with the $5, but you know I'm starving, just metaphorically. I'm starving, but it's like $500 may not be all that much, but they can survive. It's like I can't survive. And when you're an artist, your artistry is some of your survival. And it's like having money, all I'm gonna do is make more art. So anyway, and it's like I need to breathe. Music is breathing. My artistry is breathing. It's who I am.
Right.
But at some point, I need to have some type of success. Like I have to have something, and it's just frustrating, especially when someone comes and they break all the rules, they disrespect everybody, they cut the line, and everybody says, "Wow, what?" And you sitting there, you followed the rules, you signed up, you put your name on the sheet, and you were polite to everyone, and you waited your turn, and it's still not your turn yet, but they can come in and just and trash the whole place, and you let them in and give them applause and awards. It's not about the award. It's just you're rewarding bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but I'm sitting up here and I'm being professional and I'm doing things right. Um, as human beings, we all make mistakes. I'm pretty sure you've been rude to someone, I've been rude to some, because we're all human beings and we probably didn't know we were doing it, or we did and we can't remember, or we didn't care. But I'd say a lot of people who are good people, that's not their intent, and they don't do that every day. So even if you did make a mistake, it's like you made one mistake. You made one or two mistakes. But it's people, they're not even trying, they don't care. But you reward them. You pay them to be an asshole to people, like, and it's just with that song, it's kind of what it's about. And it's like, damn, like, okay, well, I was here first and you rewarding all these dicks. Like, get out of here with that. So at some point in your career as an artist, like, you should be rewarded. I'm giving bad examples, but I'm gonna give one more. When I was young, I was on a television show, right? And I found out through talking, because we were doing like our photo shoot things on camera, like practicing, and it turned out that they were gonna receive an award. And I was like, I wanted to know more about it. Like, oh wow, I want to get on it too. Like, what did you have to do? She said nothing. Like, it was like something like a black essence. Let's just use black essence. I'm not talking about the magazine. It's a local,
Okay.
like, it's like, oh, like a beautiful black girl award. Right. I was like, oh, well, I want to do it. What did you have to do? She said nothing. You just go, and then they're gonna give you a certificate and you're gonna win it. And so it's like they do it for all of the children and the teenagers. And so her friend, she was getting one too. I was like, oh, could you please tell my mom or like, how did you, do you have their phone number? Of course, they're not going to have their number, but I really wanted to do it. And they didn't tell me about it, right?
Right.
Okay. So we do our photo shoots and all of that stuff. And then we meet each other again a couple years later or the next year. And we're doing a different fashion show. So apparently, everyone else got one. And at first, it was like, oh, so all the girls, all the models were, and I received the Black Essence Award. And she's 16. And the other one's like, I'm 19 and I received the, I was like, well, you know what? Maybe it's because it's only for Black people. And then a white girl comes up and I received the Black Essence Award and I'm 17. A Chinese girl, she won the Black Essence Award too. So, and then because of my race, like, I'm like, okay, everybody got the Black Essence Award but me. All right, so it's like, okay, but I did the best I could do. Like, I asked her about it. I told my mom, and I tried to talk to the lady who was running the thing, but that wasn't very helpful. But I talked to the other kids, like, because I wanted one too. So they just took my knowledge, but they found out how to get one, and I didn't. You know, so everybody got their little award but me. You know, stuff like that, you know, happens, you know. But at some point in life, it's not about those two girls. It's not, it's about it constantly happening. Everybody gets a little award but me, right? You see what I'm saying? That's what the song's about. Everybody gets their award but me. Nobody cares about what I'm going through. And I'm willing to pay the $100 fee or whatever, just like, and do whatever it takes, but I don't even get the opportunity. So that's the closest thing as I can say right now about that song. And it touches on suicide, but you know, if you're an artist, you know, because music is like breathing. So
Somebody give this lady an award, okay? All right. On behalf of Rocksteady Media Network, somebody present this young lady with an award. Clearly,
so funny.
She's made it very clear. It's not about her race. And y'all not giving any secrets up or giving her any contact information. And she would like one of these Black Essence Awards. I mean, this is not directed towards y'all at all. Okay, this is specifically for the Bay Area.
Yes, thank you. See, I got somebody on my side. Thank you.
I got you, girl. We're gonna help push you to this award because that song actually is really good. It got a good jazz swag to it, and then it got some present day music. Like, it's very soulful, in my opinion. I think it's a very good song. I approve of the song because it's definitely the one.
Thank you. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're gonna give you your flowers here.
Thank you.
So, I mean, is it part of a whole project or is it just a single for the moment?
So it's just a single. I would like to release an album.
But what's the issue?
I gotta get funding. Because, like, you know, it's like $40 studios, they still exist, but those $40 studios are in Vallejo, they're in Benicia, and I might as well be spending $1,000 because Uber.
Right.
Catch Uber. So, I have a link tree and I have an emailing list. So if there's anyone who is interested in my music, send me your email. You could DM me or email. I'll add you to my emailing list because I might be trying to work on an album very soon, but I know I can't do it alone. So if there's any type of donations, if you want to donate $1, I'll appreciate that $1.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
girl,
yeah.
You're not gonna get no studio time with no $1, but okay.
Yeah.
We admire the incentive. You just sat there and said they still got $40. You tell these people.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like Diana Ross did for Michael Jackson. Reach out and touch your pockets.
Yeah.
And donate to Miss Eyes. Make her music reach a better place if you can.
Yes.
Got Because I mean, with a single like that, it's very good vocals, very good teamwork, and I hope you didn't lease that beat because you already gave me all the grief earlier about why you choose not to. I hope you own the beat to that song.
Yeah, so I did that. So the drum tracks were done by Jeremy Rimshot de la Cruz, but all the music is mine.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I had an audio engineer I recorded it with. But with audio engineers, I like working with audio engineers because I want their technical opinion. Um, I actually took some audio engineering classes, and I don't know if it helped me anything. I can only hear it, and I know something might be off, but there's not much I can do because I'm not officially an audio engineer. So I had a pretty good audio engineer. I did get a constructive criticism a couple days ago about that song because it's out now and people have been listening to it.
Okay.
And I think I got one constructive criticism. I can't repeat what he said because he explained it in a way that I could understand. He said you can kind of hear the air in the song a little bit, and so I know what he meant. And so he's saying that it makes the levels a little uneven. So, but he said that he really liked the song. It's just he's an audio engineer, and he's telling me like, yeah, you needed to
You
turn
left
this.
some air here and there. You didn't
Yeah,
come in and deliver your vocals the way that you should have gave the vocals.
no,
That's
he's
what
talking about the music.
the
He's,
music has air in it
yeah,
itself.
it has
Okay.
like air, because audio engineers, they
Yeah, they can hear that
sometimes
type of stuff.
air to an audio engineer it means something
Completely.
else. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
so
lot. That's way too deep down the rabbit hole.
yeah,
Everybody
he
trying to go.
explained it. He sent me a big long
Yeah.
sent me
Uh-huh.
a whole book about which levels that it was the instrumentation that needed to be fixed.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
so with that being said, do you have a team that's behind you supporting your brand and your music?
A little bit, yeah. So I work with sometimes I work with a publicist. I have somebody who helps me with graphics on my Instagram page. Um, I recently did meet up with a new audio engineer,
Okay.
and he was so fun. I know he probably. I'm gonna tell you this. His first impression of me probably wasn't that great because I showed up late to my session, and I'm never late to a studio session, but I was I had an Uber driver, and he wasn't from there, and it's like he's driving in all these alleyways, and it's like, man, he's not from here. You gotta go around. So it's like, man, like, and he can't speak English. And it's like,
Oh,
we finally got there. And then so when I banged on the door, like, yeah, I'm in like some junky alleyway. That's kind of what it looked like. It ain't, but I'm just saying, I'm standing there and I'm like, bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh yeah, you was? I was like, yeah. And then I walked past him. So that's just probably his first impression of me. But after that, after we started working together, man, I started letting loose a little bit, because he was trying, because he couldn't find my files and all of that stuff, and I didn't know what was. So I just sat there, like, I mean, but he tried his best. He has some program, his personal program, and then he bounced it onto the studio equipment, and I was able to get started. And I did a pretty good job. And in the middle of the session, he said some sentence. I said, "Are you from Oakland?" He said, "I'm from Berkeley." And I said, I just started laughing because whatever he said, it was something only somebody from Oakland or Berkeley or a surrounding city would have understood.
gotcha. Okay.
Like, what?
Gotcha. Different lingo,
And then
different side of
wait
the board.
time.
And that's what matters. That's what counts. Absolutely. So I see that it also says that are you an aspiring actress or do you have acting credits? Yep, I think we're losing. But no. Hey. we're going to take a brief commercial break and hopefully work out these discrepancies.
It's almost that time again. You know, us against our dear old Uncle Sam. Don't take the IRS abuse this year. It's our money and we need it now. Why not start your own tax empire by using the help of your tax business genie? We are not only able to give you the knowledge to become a successful tax professional, but also the tools you need to run and manage a very profitable tax business. It's time to stop these generational curses and start generating generational wealth. Let us help you to help others. Your wish is our command.
Bam! And we're back to Steady Approved. We are live, still conducting this wonderful interview with Miss Eyes.
Okay. Oh my God. I think we lost the connection.
I know it, girl. I know
And then,
we lost them for a brief second. I
okay,
had to take a
okay.
commercial break because I didn't want the
Okay.
engineers to come at me and say I left some air on the live because
Okay.
you froze. Yeah, had to clarify.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's next for you in your career path?
Man, I want to see this audio engineer again, man. And I'm gonna try not to get too attached, but like I liked working with him. He's a little different. He has a hard thing about him, like gotta get that sound is right there. You gotta get that. But he really enjoys being creative. I don't be telling audio engineers to be creative, but everyone's different. um, so I want to see him again. I told him I would be back. I just didn't know when yet because I had some other engagements I have to do. I still have a couple shows, and I wanna go back, man. I hope that with the help of your viewers that
Right?
you guys will support me in my journey.
Can we count on
Um,
that, steady rockers? Can my steady rockers out there rock with Miss Eyes and get some views on her and get these engineers and these people to reach out to her? Help make Eyes music great again.
yes, make my music great again. Yep, yep. So I want to continue to record, but I want to release. So now that I'm able to release music more, and I started working with a small record company, and so seeing things done close up, I feel a little bit more confident. And I'm also learning too, like working with the record company. Record companies are not as perfect as people assume that they are. And then there's always new trends, there's always new rules. It's very fast paced. So like I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna release a limited number of CDs at one record store in Oakland, and that's it. And then they're not even gonna make any money. It's just their first release, and they believe in the artist. So it's the album that I'm featured on. So my song "Dedicated" is on there. I told you about Gregory Hickman, Williams, and DeVere. There's also some other rappers. So one of the rappers' name is Nuke, and another rapper by the name of Sideways. And we have a very popular rapper by the name of Beezy Brain with his song Focus. And he's been getting lots of streams on his song Focus, and he is really great. And this is a love song compilation. So I'm working with them directly. Like I definitely see how some mistakes might happen. Sometimes the distributor might have a miscommunication, but it looks like the label did something silly, but it's like, why did the distributor do that? You know? So I'm learning, and it's making me a little bit more confident, to release my once I'm able to release music to, do it the right way. So getting experience with them, I want to continue to make my mistakes with them. So when it's my turn, I won't have those mistakes. Let's hope it goes that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta manifest it. You gotta Put your foot down, be firm in what you want, know what you want, and demand your respect.
Mm,
You know, because a lot
yeah,
of times when you deal with a majority male dominated industry, you
yeah.
know, the female side of the industry, you got to work double harder.
Sometimes, but then again, because because women are so coveted, gets a little catty. One time, I can say it now because it's been a long enough time. One time, I was on a radio show, and apparently, this radio show they like to have more than one guest at the same time, but not tell the guest so that they could get a so basically to get them to fight. So I didn't know that was what was going on. I kept going there, but a lady got mad at me because I said I never been discriminated that greatly from being
Okay.
a woman in the music industry. And that's just my truth. You know, the thing is sometimes uh you might not know you're being treated different.
I,
You
I
know,
can do that.
and also for me there's a human factor. Uh Men being disgusting is any industry. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to be in a working environment. There are creeps everywhere. So some things you don't really count, but she just felt so I guess the reason why they had me on is because they probably knew I would have been vague or more mild or neutral towards that, when she strongly believes that women, and it's like, man, y'all tricked me. And so I feel like she kind of wished that I would have more negative experiences from being a woman in the music industry. So I gotta be honest with you, I've been doing it like on my own for so long. I kind of like it, But the truth is, there are females out there, but sometimes working with other females, they're a little bit too turned on, like not like that, but too turned on. Like if I say, okay, hey, what are your prices? Oh, well, we want to charge 300. We only charge this price, and like they want the highest top level price. Like it's like, man, all right, thank you. You know what I mean? Like you just like no like I can't work with you if you come at me very intense like that. So a lot of, not all women, but a lot of the women who are out here who do audio engineering or produce, I can't work with them, not because they're not good. It's like I can't talk to you. Like I can't talk to you. Like you want this top tier pricing, and I can't even have a hold a conversation with you yet. But I have worked with other women, Shalina Smith for All Hustle No Luck Records. She's very nice, and she always supports me at like events that I go to and stuff. And she even worked with Dwayne Wiggins, so she's a nice woman that I worked with in the industry. My auntie, of course, and my mom. But there's women out there, but there are some that like when they're kind of close to like where you could like have a good audio engineer, like they're too on. You got to turn yourself down a little bit. At the end of the day, it's not about woman stuff. It's about, I'm looking for a good deal, no matter who you are. If somebody
Okay.
has a good deal, then that's who we go to.
I love that. All
Yeah.
right, all right. So we're getting ready to wrap this up. So why don't you tell everyone where they can find you at and stream your music?
So my music is available on Spotify. You spell my name EYE''Z, on Instagram, which is where I'm most popular. And if you want to DM me your email, you can. Is Miss Eyes. That's MSEYEZ. That's where I upload the most. I have a YouTube channel, of course, but like I said, I do have an emailing list, and I have some surprises coming up soon that I'm working on. I have something I'm working on. Unfortunately, it's not an album like I want, but the steps to making an album. And if you want to know about that first, if you want to know what's going on up here, or if I have any new merchandise, please DM me your email address and I will add you to my emailing list.
Perfect. All
Yeah.
right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another great episode of the Steady Approved podcast right here on Rocksteady Media Network. Don't forget to check out rocksteadymedianetwork.com. Like, follow, and subscribe to Rocksteady Media Network. Available on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, of course. We appreciate your support. We want to thank our lovely guests for taking the time to rock with us. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to all the supporting us, always keeping us uplifted. And we look forward to hearing more from you. I'm definitely putting my eyes on Miss Eyes and see where she goes with the remainder of her career, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. You ain't gonna say goodnight to the folks?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Wow.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Wow. Yeah.
Bye. Thank
That's
you
our
so
show. That is it. Shame. People don't. You invite people to come be a guest at your house and they don't even know how to tell you goodbye.
sorry.
All right, people. Steady has approved. We out after this quick commercial break.
Let us introduce ourselves. We are Rocksteady Media Network, the only network where we chisel at the competition, one premium production at a time. Don't let your business stay stuck between that rock and a hard place. Let us come in like a wrecking ball and put those worries to bed and rock your media with steady growth. Rocksteady Media